While Florence Pugh is thrilled for Thunderbolts, Scarlett Johansson's absence leaves her sad. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Now, Florence Pugh is stepping in to take on the role of Yelena Belova. She's excited about the chance to lead a new team in the upcoming movie Thunderbolts. But the actress is also feeling bittersweet about moving forward without Johansson. For over a decade, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow was a mainstay in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. But after Avengers Endgame, she officially hung up her shield, leaving a void for the next generation of heroes to fill. Florence Pugh made her debut in the MCU alongside Scarlett Johansson in Black Widow, 2021. The film explored Natasha Romanoff's past and introduced her estranged sister, Yelena Belova. Director Kate Shortland specifically chose Pugh for the role, recognizing that she could keep up with Johansson's energy on screen. In an interview with the Happy Sad Confused podcast hosted by Josh Horowitz, the Dune Part 2 star shared how thrilled she is about the upcoming Thunderbolts project. The 28-year-old's enthusiasm is evident, but the interview also revealed a tinge of sadness. She went on to say, while the movie established a strong bond between the two characters, Johansson's departure from the MCU meant Pugh wouldn't get the chance to develop that sisterhood on screen any further. I know. It's so weird, because I did a movie with her, and her character obviously had already passed. And so it's like false hope, really. Yeah, I just got pulled in and then it was like, nope, you're never gonna do that again. Even though Pugh feels a bit sad about ScarJo's absence, her overall outlook is positive. She has consistently expressed admiration for the MCU, praising the beauty in the massive epic storylines. In the comics, Yelena Belova has succeeded Natasha as Black Widow after her death. Even in the movie Black Widow, Yelena was introduced as another Black Widow, a skilled assassin trained in the same Red Room program as Natasha. So, it's definite that Yelena would be Natasha's successor in the MCU. Looking ahead, Pugh seems energized about the future of her character. I think I'm just so grateful to be a part of that family, she said in the podcast. Her enthusiasm is a clear sign that the MCU is in good hands. While fans may miss Johansson, Pugh's talent and dedication promise a bright future for the franchise. Meet Shreya, FandomWire's go-to pop culture writer. She holds a master's degree in journalism and a pop culture obsession that rivals even the most die-hard Star Wars and Marvel fans. Her articles have been published in Animated Times, Creator Mail, and the Luke's Mag. When Shreya's not busy dishing out hot takes, she is lost in the world of rom-coms. Right now, she is hooked on the second book in Ana Huang's Twisted series. She also has a flair for all things lifestyle, fashion, history, and philosophy, because who says one can't be a geek with a love for chic? Chris Evans can't seem to gather the courage to host an SNL episode. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. His co-star Scarlett Johansson has found herself in the SNL Five-Timers Club, hosting the show for a total of 6 times. However, he has company among the OG Avengers as Mark Ruffalo also turned down a hosting gig because he was scared. If Chris Evans hated one thing about his role as Captain America, it was the time he spent making public appearances for the promotions. Evans shared that his anxiety made him a less-than-ideal candidate for such appearances. He mostly avoided appearing in shows where he had to perform in front of an audience, which meant he was one of the few MCU lead stars not to host an SNL episode. Firstly, Evans struggles with anxiety in general, as he revealed in a 2022 interview with MTV News. Secondly, the actor has convinced himself that comedy is not his forte at all. Well, fans who have seen Not Another Teen Movie, Knives Out, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World would say otherwise. But Evans just can't see how he would shine in a room full of comedians. During the promotions of Ghosted last year, Evans' co-star Ana de Armas took up an SNL hosting gig. Evans did not make an appearance, and ET Canada questioned the actor about the same. He admitted that it was terrifying to him and that he had avoided hosting SNL like the plague. He added that a hosting gig would provide him with a lot of sleepless nights. He shared that he didn't want the everyday anxiety and chose to be comfortable in his bed at his house. He shared with ET Canada, via Variety. Fans have seen Captain America valiantly walking toward Thanos' army with a half-broken shield, but do not expect the same from Chris Evans. Forget the army, Evans says he finds it very uncomfortable to perform in front of an audience. It's the exact reason why he has refrained from hosting SNL, despite his The Avengers co-stars stepping into 30 Rock every now and then. A cameo I can handle. I've avoided hosting SNL like the plague for years now just because I'm so scared. It's terrifying to me. To me, it would just be one of those things that every single night I would wake up in a cold sweat. It would provide a lot of sleepless nights for me. I just know how I would feel. It would just be an everyday anxiety, constant regret. Why did I do this? I could have been comfortable at my house, in my bed, not worrying about this. He also added that some of his very, very funny friends once told him that he was not a funny person. It is high time that Evans changed his friends' circle, as they couldn't be more wrong. Fans sincerely hope that Chris Evans accepts that offer from Lorne Michaels and just gets over his stage fright. Not to mention, Johansson met her husband Colin Jost at Studio 8H. However, there's one more OG Avenger who is scared of the hosting gig, Mark Ruffalo. While Hulk fearlessly attacks even Ragnarok, Ruffalo can't face a large audience and crack jokes. He admitted this to Mark Maron in his WTF podcast, where he also shared that he rejected Lorne Michaels on his offer. He shared, Scarlett Johansson, the SNL five-timer, may also hold the record for the most sketch appearances by a female artist outside of the SNL cast. A Reddit fan cited the observation from the SNL Network podcast and counted 52 sketch appearances of the actress, excluding her monologues. Johansson's last hosting gig was in 2019, but she surprised fans with a recent appearance as Senator Katie Britt, via at NBC SNLX. During the promotions of Ghosted last year, Evans co-star Ana de Armas took up an SNL hosting gig. Evans did not make an appearance, and ET Canada questioned the actor about the same. He admitted that it was terrifying to him and that he had avoided hosting SNL like the plague. He added that a hosting gig would provide him with a lot of sleepless nights. He shared that he didn't want the everyday anxiety and chose to be comfortable in his bed at his house. He shared with ET Canada, via Variety, during the promotions of Ghosted last year, Evans co-star Ana de Armas took up an SNL hosting gig. Evans did not make an appearance, and ET Canada questioned the actor about the same. He admitted that it was terrifying to him and that he had avoided hosting SNL like the plague. He added that a hosting gig would provide him with a lot of sleepless nights. He shared that he didn't want the everyday anxiety and chose to be comfortable in his bed at his house. He shared with ET Canada, via Variety, I'll never be asked back. I don't think Lorne Michaels likes it when you say no. It just scared the living sh*t out of me. I don't know. Ruffalo added that he was dyslexic and would not be able to handle the quick format of the TV show. He shared that he had been watching SNL his whole life, but just didn't want to be the host who sucks. Watch Ruffalo and Evans fighting side by side as Hulk and Captain America in the MCU movies, now streaming on Disney.